Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing the BMW M2 Special Edition for the second time. The first time I did it, it was at a rank of 1135, and let's just say it did rather terribly. So let's see how it does at this rank of 1284. So, my tuning is 0501, and in Pro Kits we have 5051. This brings us to a rank of 1284, which is just 1 lower than my SLK Special Edition and 3 higher than my R8 e-tron Special Edition. I will be testing all 3 in a single video pitted against each other in the SE Showdown, so keep an eye out for that coming fairly soon. All those 4 cars up there are Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions, and they all start up faster than me. This car has practically no advantage over the R8 e-tron Special Edition except for having better handling, but that's about it. Everything else is just not as good. However, the speed difference at this rank compared to the 1135 rank is much lower. The difference is only around 12 or so miles per hour at this rank compared to 40 at much lower. So the M2 Special Edition at this rank is definitely more competitive than at lower ranks. And it actually becomes even more competitive against R8 e-tron Special Editions the more you upgrade it. Because the closer you tune these cars to rank 1500 and some above that, the speed difference goes down to 10 and then pretty close to 5. So yes, you will definitely have easier races against R8 e-trons the higher you tune your BMW M2. However, there will be a lot of other things that you will have to face, including Homages, Camaros, and Vulcans, and things like that. However, the BMW M2 Special Edition is actually faster than the BMW Homage up till 1400 rank. That's pretty good. So, in this race, we have come in second, getting beat by an R8 e-tron of 1333, the same ID Thunder as you saw in my R8 e-tron Special Edition video. And we did beat 3 of them as well, though, so that's pretty good. However, that is not usually the case. This is a race on Barcelona reverse, 2 laps, against 3 other Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions. One of them did not start up very fast at the beginning, and I'm not sure why, so he is behind me. He's that green dot that you will see slowly start to catch up throughout the race. So as you can see here, the M2 Special Edition has good handling. As I said earlier, that is really only advantage against the R8 e-tron Special Edition, but the steering capacity of a car is actually one of the least important stats of the car, because you can negate that by drifting a bit, which does not slow you down that much in top speed oriented cars. So it's really not that much of an advantage at all, and it really does not come into play much in multiplayer. Now, I said in a previous video that I created a LEGO M2 Special Edition, so look out for that at the end of the video. I think it looks fairly close to the one in the game, and it is actually the largest LEGO car that I have made, because I have made 6 other ones, I believe, of other cars in Asphalt 8, including the SLK Special Edition and the Aston Martin Vulcan. Some of you may have seen them. So here this Audi knocks me down around the corner because, again, they have better acceleration than me, meaning going around the corners they can get up to their final speed quicker. So here on the second lap, one of the R8 e-trons wrecks around the corner, but even with that wreck, because of their great acceleration, he still manages to beat me. So we lost to 3 R8 e-trons and came in 4th. Unfortunately, this is a lot of the time what will happen at this rank if you run an M2 Special Edition and you come up against a lot of R8 e-tron drivers who are extremely skilled. Now we have a race on Munich against an SLK Special Edition, as well as another M2 Special Edition, and we also have an Audi R8 e-tron Special Edition. This race has all 3 Special Edition cars in it, and this is actually the first race I have played that has all 3. So we will see how this goes, and how the SLK performs against... I did not actually see that coming, even though I recorded this. Anyways, I was saying, I wonder how the... Really? I'm trying to say something here. Can you stop wrecking, driver? Oh wait, that's me. Maybe 3rd time's the charm. As I was saying, I wonder how the SLK Special Edition will fare on a twisty track such as Munich against the M2 Special Edition and the Audi R8 e-tron Special Edition. Here I am catching up to this other M2 Special Edition mainly because of my slightly higher top speed. That is one reason I upgraded past the typical 1262 rank. The Audi R8 e-tron up front wrecked on the turn, as well as did the car directly behind us. So here I managed to pass this other M2 Special Edition by taking the corner a little bit better, but then I wreck on the middle, because he pushed me and thus I am into last place. But guys, never give up hope. Even if you are in last place, there is still hope. Especially on a track like Munich, where there are trains going everywhere and anything could happen at any time. So let's watch that play out in this race. First, one of them wrecks on a train. So we are still in 4th position, but we are a lot closer. And I just narrowly missed that train. Now, one of them goes in the little shortcut on the left. I don't like to do that because it doesn't save much time, and he wrecked coming out of it. That's another reason I don't like doing it, because it is just risky and does not really pay off, even if you do manage to do it. Here, the other car ahead of us wrecks on the turn, thus putting me into 2nd position. Wow! And so at this point, I knew that if I could just take the turn well, not bump onto the outside, I could beat the R8 e-tron Special Edition and the M2 Special Edition behind me. And it happened. Even with wrecking like 4 times, or 3 or 4 times, I don't know exactly how many, I managed to come in 2nd against another R8 e-tron Special Edition, an M2 Special Edition, and an SLK Special Edition who disconnected. That's a lot to take in. This race was extremely intense. Now for another race on Patagonia, this time against 2 R8 e-tron Special Editions and another M2 Special Edition. And again, I get bullied at the beginning. The Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions are just so overpowered that they think they can just do anything, which is true, but that doesn't mean they have to. That other M2 Special Edition in this race is, in fact, the typical 1262 tune. I told you this earlier, but I want to stress it again. If you have an M2 Special Edition around this rank, try to tune to this tune, or at least just add 1 to Nitro or something, so that you can beat the majority of people that just tune to 1262 and leave them there, because you will see a lot of those. The majority of M2 Special Editions around this rank are 1262s, and if you tune just slightly higher and be slightly faster, you can beat them a lot of the time. Like here, because of my superior speed and because he went a slightly longer way, I managed to pass him. And he went another longer way. I think he thought this was the river ford or something, because on that track you cannot actually go to the right there. So the 2 cars ahead of us are, of course, the Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions, battling it out with the M2 Special Editions getting left behind, although not by a terribly long distance. That is basically what will happen in the majority of races that you play in the M2 Special Edition. You'll be able to beat everything except the Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions and sometimes the SLK Special Editions, but you will not be all that far behind them, but you'll still be behind them and so lose. Even though the M2 Special Edition is the 3rd most overpowered car in the game at this rank. It's just that when like 90% of all the other cars are the 1st and 2nd most overpowered cars in the game at this rank, that doesn't really do much for you. And when you do get paired with people that are not driving the 3 overpowered cars at this rank, the 3 Special Editions, they're usually in things like Donkervorts and Sorvolts, and they're usually noobs, meaning you will not go up a lot even if you do beat them. So yes, this is why you probably should tune your M2 Special Edition higher and you will be able to reach a higher league. Dr. Hillusion did a video on this car just recently where he tuned it to 5505 and 5555 for a rank of 1586 or something like that, I believe. He says you can reach champion at that rank, and I do believe that is the case. It is probably the rank where you will in fact reach the highest rating, and it will still do well for you in B-class events. So if you want the car for both of those, that is probably the rank you should tune to. Now mind you, just because you will probably be able to reach a higher rating at that rank does not mean you will win more of the time, because you still will lose to like homages and Vulcans and stuff, which are faster at that rank. But the thing is, if you do manage to beat them, you will go up a lot. And this is probably the easiest to obtain really good multiplayer car in the game, so if this is your only multiplayer car, you can do it up to rank 1600 and you'll still be able to reach a very high rating. Definitely easier than any other car you could just buy with credits. There are no credit cars in the game that are better than this car for multiplayer. Possibly except for the Trion Nemesis, but we will see about that once I max pro that car. So we lost to an Audi R8 e-tron Special Edition in this race and did not beat much of any consequence. Thus, I did not actually stay in that screen very long, and thus why it went by so quickly. And of course, I get bullied again at the beginning by the Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions, because why not? This race is probably the epitome of extremely low, then extremely high, then extremely low happening in a multiplayer race. You will see what I mean. So first, I got knocked down at the beginning. So I was thinking, okay, this race is terrible, I'm in last place. But then I got ahead of an Audi R8 e-tron Special Edition, and the race all of a sudden got a lot better. And then this Audi R8 e-tron ahead of me, not knowing how to take the cave very well, or just not taking it very well, wrecks in the cave and gets put back a very long way, thus pushing me into first position, and the other one wrecks again, at around the same place as the other one wrecked, and then the one just behind me got caught up on something, so I was thinking, okay, I think I can probably win this. The finish line is not that far away, and he's not that much quicker than me. But remember what I said about this being a low, then a high, then a low race? Yeah, you'll see what I mean. So I took the curve better than he did, but then I decided to flat spin, which slowed me down, thus allowing him to land on top of me, and thus pushing me back into third position because even the Audi R8 e-tron that was way back there was able to catch up because I got put back a long way. Maybe you can tell I got frustrated driving this car, I don't know, probably. So we come in third in this race, behind, again, two Audi R8 e-tron Special Editions, as you've probably come to expect by now. Now for an interesting race on Tokyo, which will be the final race of this video, against a homage. Yes, at this rank. And even though he's a good 63 rank above me, I'm still faster than him. As you can see here, I am passing him. I'm probably 5 to 10 miles per hour faster. Maybe even more than that. I don't really know how to judge speed difference by just how fast I pass somebody. There probably is a way to do it. In fact, there definitely is, but I just have not figured it out. So here I go the traditional route of getting all the nitro at the beginning of Tokyo, and then I proceed to flat spin out of the building. This is the traditional route to get a full tank of nitro, or full 2 double tanks in this case, before you enter the tunnel, which means you do not have to drift or wag nearly as much. Now you'll notice this Audi R8 e-tron up here does have to start wagging at some point. He did not flat spin out of the building, which means his tank runs out, even though he does have a better nitro efficiency than I do. So, is this car worth it? Based on the races in this video, you might think no, but remember it still is the third most overpowered car in the game at this rank, meaning you can beat everything else very regularly, and you can even beat Audi R8 e-trons and SLKs if they mess up like that R8 e-tron just did. And you will see that throughout the second lap, he does still not manage to catch up because my car is not that much slower. So yes, this car is worth it. Even if you do not want to use it in multiplayer, if you have the SLK and Vulcan and R8 e-tron, you're pretty much good. It's best to just go ahead and max pro this car and have the B-Class King. Plus, its World Tour event, while being new, was fairly easy. So yes, this car is worth it. In this race, we lost to, guess who? The 1313 ID Thunder Audi R8 e-tron Special Edition. We also beat a 1223 Special Edition and beat a 1347 Homage as well. Here are some pictures of the LEGO M2 Special Edition that I built, compared directly to the one in the game, so you can see how close I got the details to be. I built this one at a larger scale, mainly because, well, it just would not have worked at a smaller scale. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt 8 videos, and Asphalt 9 videos whenever that game comes out. And I will see you later. Goodbye.